Hi, I'm Dara O'Rourke, co-founder of Good Guide, here today to talk about coffee and fair trade. October is Fair Trade Month, and we want to talk about what is fair trade, why does it matter, and how does Good Guide rate products, and then ultimately, most importantly, do these fair trade coffees actually taste good? That's really going to determine whether you're going to drink them anyway. So, why is fair trade important? A couple big reasons. So, fair trade coffee has set a standard on setting a minimum price for coffee around the world. The reason that's important is it guarantees the workers who harvest the coffee beans that we're drinking get enough to live off of. So fair trade price right now, $1.40 per pound, guaranteed minimum price around the world, wherever you grow this coffee, gets those workers enough to live and to live a sustainable life. Second thing is that fair trade coffee has to come from cooperatives, that is democratically run groups of farmers, not big huge plantations, not sweatshops, not workers without control, democratic cooperatives. So that's really great for the workers' lives, for having to say about how they spend the money, what they invested in, local schools, local sustainability. Third thing is fair trade coffee often has requirements around labor standards, treatment of workers on the coffee farms and how the conditions are. The fourth, actually, most fair trade coffee also has pretty good environmental practices. They don't use as many pesticides. It's often almost close to organic coffee, sometimes shade grown. Can be actually a kind of positive environmental benefit too. So look for fair trade coffee. You'll get guaranteed minimum prices, $1.40 per pound, that gets the workers the money, democratic cooperatives, so they get to have a say, and good labor conditions and pretty good environmental conditions. So fair trade has a lot of benefits. When we did our research on coffee here at Good Guide, we rated for labor issues, for like fair trade, as well as environmental issues. Some surprising things when you think about coffee on the environment. Coffees that are not organic can have a lot of pesticides in them. Also, coffee takes a lot of energy to grow. And interestingly, also coffee takes a lot of energy to brew. So one of our tips at Good Guide is only brew as much coffee as you're actually going to drink. The water and energy it takes to make a big pot of coffee can overwhelm a lot of the other environmental impacts. So this is kind of our life cycle approach. We try to get less water, less energy, make it more efficient. So actually, even some of the single serving coffees are okay, aside from the plastic packaging, and even some instant coffees are okay because you just make as much as you need and that's all you do. Alright, so this month though we want you to look for fair trade certified coffees. The certification alone is really important. Look for the certification. It guarantees that a third party has independently looked at these coffee farms all the way from the farm in the developing world to your kitchen where you're going to drink this coffee. Okay, but the big question is, how do these coffees taste? So you find a great coffee, good price, decent labor conditions, good environmental conditions, but still in the morning you want something that tastes good. So we're going to do a blind taste test here of 3 coffees. 2 fair trade and 1 Folgers. So we've got Newman's Own, a fair trade coffee you can find in most supermarkets around the country. We have Folgers, a mainstream house blend, which you can find everywhere. And then a smaller family-owned fair trade coffee company called Grounds for Change that you can order online and try it out. But let's first taste test. Okay, so we're going to try 3 coffees. I'm going to test them. We'll see how they do. I haven't done a lot of taste testing before, so am I supposed to have a spit bucket or something? Or I just like taste them.
Spit on the floor.
Okay, that one's pretty flat, pretty smooth, not a lot of body to it. Not a very strong coffee. I tend to like bolder coffees. I often like an Italian roast, a strong, bold coffee. Actually, now that I look at it, I really like bold coffees. Surprising fact, the bolder the roast, the stronger the roast, the less caffeine. I don't know if you knew that, but actually stronger, deeper, darker roasts actually have less caffeine. Okay, coffee number 2. This one I like a little bit better. This one, a little bit of a nutty flavor actually. It kind of tastes some nuts in it. I don't know where that's coming from. There isn't one of these that's a flavored coffee. No, these are all just normal. Okay, coffee number 3. Interesting. I'm going to surprise you here and say this one actually has kind of a citrus taste to it. Weird. Not normal for a coffee. This one though is smooth. A nice finish, no bitterness. Another tip, if you're worried about bitter coffee, you can put a couple grains of salt. Sprinkle a little salt in your French press, takes away the bitter flavor in your coffee. Not too much. Okay, so far I think I like this third one the best. This is interesting. We don't know. This could be Folgers. We'll see. We'll see. A little bit flat. It also could be the brewing. Our brewer is here. Questionable brewing techniques here at the Good Guide World Headquarters. This one's the strongest. So if I were going to go for a bold coffee to wake me up in the morning, I'd go for this guy. This guy, Newman's Own. Interesting. Okay, so the Newman's Own, you can find it in almost any grocery store in the country. This one kind of bold, strong coffee. Let's see. Folgers. Wow. So I went for the Folgers. I actually like the Folgers taste the best. Let's try it again. Interesting. Okay, that shows my refined palate. And the grounds for change didn't do well. I don't know. It's really weak. It may be the brewing of the coffee here. Very weak coffee. So I didn't get much flavor, not much aroma. Just not much there. Okay. So these coffees actually, this coffee only rates a 3.7 out of 10 on Good Guide. So my Folgers, which I like, I'm a simple guy. I like Folgers, but rates very poorly. Does poorly. Folgers, as you may or may not know, is owned by J.M. Smucker Corporation. Big conglomerate's been buying up a lot of food and beverages companies. It's bought a lot of natural and organic companies. Smucker's owns Santa Cruz Juices, owns a bunch of companies. Smucker's does not do well on environment or on social issues. So this, bad on packaging, big plastic package, not very good on the way they brew the coffee, not very good on the supply chain, not very good on carbon management. So this company doesn't do very well in environmental or social practices. This coffee, the Grounds for Change, does very well. Rates over 8, an 8 on Good Guide. Also the Newman's Own, over 8 on Good Guide. You can check out, they both do very well. The important thing, both certified fair trade, so look for the fair trade certified logo on here. This one also certified USDA organic and certified carbon free. So this one has great certifications, great on environment, great on labor, good to look for. And really it's up to you though on which ones you think taste the best for you. I think that not a totally fair test because of the brewing was different, but I think I actually like this one the best, but I'm not going to buy it because it does so poorly, both on environment and isn't fair trade certified. So I'm going to put aside my taste here and probably end up buying this Newman's Own brewing up tomorrow. All right, thanks for joining us at Good Guide. Check our coffee ratings on goodguide.com and tell us what you think. Which of these are your favorite coffees? Which of your favorite fair trade products taste the best and you like the best? Thanks.